I know, my bad. Hoping Mr. F will come back on here. Let me write him a comment. I had it scheduled on my, it's a long story. It's a long story. Let me do something real quick, guys, while I make this comment. Hope everybody's doing good on Friday night. Hope everybody is well on Friday night. Okay. What else do I have to do here? Oh, yes. Hey, Amen, how are you? Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate you. All right, 1 second. I've got to get myself out of this little entanglement here. And bear with me and see how I can, well, it's not going to let me do that, is it? Okay, we'll do it the other way then. We'll do it the hard way. Here I am. Okay. Oh, 1 second, Amen. Bear with me, please. I'm having to kind of wing it here. I was trying something different in terms of hardware, and it didn't work. Or, yeah, hardware. Let me post that. Get that pinned up here. Okay. And hopefully my moderator will find me over on this new chat. Let's see if I can. No. All right, I think I got it. Okay. Sorry, it's been a day. It's been a day. Hey guys, how is everybody tonight? In case I didn't say, I am Darlene. Welcome in. Welcome in on this Friday evening. There, Mr. F, thank you. I'm glad you found me. I was trying to do something different. I was trying to schedule it on my computer and then use my phone to stream it. But and I know I've done it before, but I couldn't figure it out. So I had to just start a new one. I'm glad you found me. Thank you so much for being here. And I was also trying to set it for subscribers only. And my phone wouldn't let me do that either. So it was not what I was intending. But we're going to keep this as simple as possible, Mr. F. So thank you. Thank you so much. I've been running around like crazy today. I don't know how I look. I think I still have half my gym clothes on. So forgive me, but I'm here. That's what matters, right? I'm here. Yay. Yikes. Okay, so let's get started tonight. Now, guys, let's see. Who have I got here? Aman, I did not post this as a free reading. I will do a very quick free reading for you tonight. Tomorrow, I was planning on doing, starting that reading with some free readings. I will do one, and you have it. So no more free reading slots. We will save that for tomorrow when I'm a little more rested. So Aman will get that first one. And then after that, if y'all want a reading, the information, let me pin that. If I didn't do that already, no. Here, let me pin this comment up here. Okay, now pinned at the top of the chat will be the information if anybody wants a reading. You may purchase one, and it would be most appreciated. So thank you, guys. Aman, that's what I was saying, yes. And that's it. No more free readings tonight. You are my only free reading tonight. And I'm sorry I'm going to miss saying hello to a few of you. My apologies. Welcome, welcome to everybody that's here. I am Darlene, and I thank you for being here with me on a Friday evening. So, all right. Guys, the readings are $10 PayPal or Super Chat. I prefer PayPal because I get to keep a little bit more of it. So, I'm going to start with Aman. Aman, post your question in the chat for me, please. And we'll start and see what Aman needs here in terms of a reading. Okay, thank you. That's right, Bill. Gray is the new blonde. Absolutely. Yeah, I do remember that comment. It has stuck with me, and I've actually shared it with a couple of people. So, yes, I love that. Thank you, Shauna Kay. I'm not my best tonight. Normally I like to curl my hair and do all that for you guys, but it didn't happen tonight. So, all right, I am asking for Aman and her person. Sartaj, am I saying that correct? And I feel like I'm losing my voice again. C-O-T. Oh, I didn't spell that right. Okay, Sartaj. All right. So Taj is feeling for Aman. Okay. Let's ask that question for you then. So Mr. F, are you here? I know you started here. Where'd you go? There you are, Mr. F. Okay. I need a moderator on these that are public. It's just gotten a little crazy. Okay, so I'm asking for Aman. We're doing a reading for Aman. Wants to know how her crush, Sartaj, is feeling about her. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping in here with me on a Friday evening. I hope you're doing well. Please, and thank you, Spirit. Tell me how Sartaj is feeling about Aman. Well, I don't think this deck wants to tell us. Let's go over here to this one, Aman. How is Sartaj feeling about Aman? Maybe Spirit doesn't want you to know. That is a thing. That is a thing. Guys, the free reading spot is gone for the evening. If you would like a reading, you may purchase one through PayPal or Super Chat. And thank y'all for being here. You see me shuffling, don't you? Now, I only take jumpers, and it never takes this long, so I don't know what's going on. Mr. and Ms. Doc, as I said, and I know there's a delay here, but the free readings are gone. If you'd like to purchase a reading, you may do that. The information is pinned at the top of the chat for you. Well, let's see. That's excellent. Well, I'd say there are definitely feelings there. There are definitely feelings there. Oh, Mr. F, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you so much for that super chat. Let me put you down here right now. And my apologies, everybody. I already have throat issues, but the pollen is so thick here. And I'm taking my allergy medicine, but that makes me dry. So. Well, you have it, Mr. F. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here and helping out tonight with all the moderator stuff that makes it possible. Because honestly, I can't do this without a moderator anymore. Hey, Chantel, I am doing well. How are you doing, hon? How is life treating you? Aman, there is definitely love here. That's beautiful. The Ace of Cups. I don't need to pull any more cards. That's really the answer to your question, right? Definitely unfinished business with this person. You may just be, it sounds by your question that maybe you're just starting out with this person. But this is the World card. This could, in some cases for me, because it can represent repeating cycle or unfinished business, maybe you've known this person in another lifetime. If you just met them now, could mean that you've known them before. Yes, that's awesome. I think I'll just stop there. I don't think I want to run that for you. I don't want to ruin that for you. Thank you, Chantel. I appreciate your subscription. Thank you, MRR. Appreciate your compliment. Anything else you want to tell Amon, please? You are welcome, hon. This is great. I love it when I get nice positive cards. I did a reading live, a long one, Wednesday night, and it wasn't happy there. The readings kept coming out, and I had bad news, and, you know, it is what it is, but I prefer giving good news. And now I have to give you some other... Shucks. I should have stopped with that, right? Do you know this person? I mean, have you been in a relationship with this person before, Amon? Because this is giving me information as if you may have. If not, I don't like, the Magician has come out in reverse. This is a trickster at the very least, or it can be somebody who is a manipulator, and I don't like that energy. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. So it almost feels like, no, okay, you ask it like it was a new person. So I would just be mindful that, because the Magician in reverse falls under the Ace of Cups here, just be mindful that this person might, now I don't mean, this doesn't have the feeling to me of someone who would like try to manipulate you like a con man and steal your money and anything like that. But it does feel like he might try to smooze you and, you know, take advantage of your feelings. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that. I think that's a bit of what we would call a sliding scale. Kind of like the Three of Hearts can be a sliding scale. Hurt, there are different levels and different degrees of hurt. There are different degrees of deception. I mean, it's deception at the end of the day, but, or manipulation, I should say, but still, it's not, we don't want to see that by the Love card. And are you sure this person is single, Amon? Because this... Hey, Kayla. Welcome in, people. If I have missed saying hello to you, my apologies. You're not sure, or no, you're... He may be taking, yeah, because that's probably what this is. When I look at the deck at the bottom, the Hierophant card can stand for somebody who's in a long-term commitment, who might not be talking about it because I have a Three of Cups here. And so that's something I think you should investigate. That could explain what this is about. Also saying this person might be not willing to stand and fight for a relationship, or stand up and do what's necessary to preserve even a relationship. So I'm not saying this is a bad person, but I just personally, no judgment if you want to do this, but no judgment. But personally, I don't want to be involved with somebody who's not single. So I'm going to leave that one to you, but I would be mindful of that. This combination is not a particularly good one. Amon. So, and again, because the 3 cards keep coming out there. So just be mindful of that. That's what I got. I mean, there are feelings. There definitely are feelings, but I'm not sure I'd trust it. Just have your head on a swivel, as they say. Have your head on a swivel. All right, Amon. That's it. Mr. J, how are you tonight? By the way, you made a comment when we signed off on Wednesday night, Jay, and YouTube had closed it out, so I couldn't respond. But you said something to the effect of, I'm glad they, quote, they told you to come there and be in the chat that night. And I don't know if you saw, I responded in the comments later, but yes, I was very, very glad they had you come and participate as well. And I saw today that you signed up for the Soul Tribe family membership, and I want to say thank you very much for that, Mr. Jay-Z. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. I was in desperate need of having them done. I finally got to my girl today to have them done. It's my favorite. I'm the only person that she does this very wide French for, and it's what I want. A princess should have what she wants, right? So, anyway, thank you, Mr. F. I appreciate you so much. And I want to know what you want. Like, I just started these memberships. And by the way, for those of you who are listening, guess what? I have memberships on my channel now. And if you'll hit the more button, which is in the description box, there's a link and you can go and check out what the perks are there. I have 2 levels. One of them, you get shout outs, of course, in these public lives. You also get, if you want a reading in the public, like we're doing tonight, this is a public live, you get pushed to the top, you get to go to the top of the line, so to speak. You don't have to wait for 2 hours for your reading. You get to move to the top of the line. Also, you get special emojis. Did I say that? Special emojis, shout outs, all that kind of good stuff. Now, if you get the next membership up, which is very reasonably priced, I think, that's where the goods really are. You get behind the scenes. It might be gnarly. I'm not going to promise I'm going to be pretty and have my lipstick on all the time back there behind that curtain, but you get behind the scenes and special members only content and super chats. Or not super, yeah, lives, Q&A. So Jay-Z, to that point, what do you want? What kind of like Q&A would you like to do in the members only? Because I want to ask you while I got you here. What kind of content, Jay-Z, do you want me to do? What would you like to see in the members only, in that where you are there? So I'm asking specifically for you, Mr. Jay-Z. And then while I'm waiting for you to respond, Mr. F, I'd like you to post your question here for your reading, please. Oh gosh, Duncan, that is so sweet. Tell your mama I said thank you. Give her a big hug for me. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, you tell her I said hey. Hello to Spain. I don't want to mispronounce your name, but welcome. I am well, Mohammed. Thank you for being here. Allie, hello. Hey, James. I am doing readings, and my tool tonight are tarot cards, like these. Well, Jay-Z, on that comment, you're so sweet. You do support me. Every time you're here doing this, what you're doing in the chat, you just have no idea how that helps me. So you're already doing that. Yes, please think about that and feel free to contact me and let me know. And my email is, in all of these, under the description box and all the videos. So feel free to contact me. I'd love to hear more. Or just comment on a post or whatever. I try to read all my comments and respond. Yes, it is spiritual, James. It certainly is. Mr. F, where are you? Mr. F, did I miss your comment? Post your question for me. You wanted a reading, so post your question for me. Okay, I got it. I see it now. Just got lost in the feed. Should I change career? Let's ask. Hey, Robert, how are you? And peace to you tonight. Thank you, Rated Frog, for your subscription. Thank you, guys. I'm asking what deck for you, Mr. F. Okay. Ooh, we're going to do this one. We don't use this one very often. It's a beautiful deck. This deck has the most beautiful artwork I think I've ever seen, because I'm an artist, and that matters. It's called the Arcana, Arcana, Arcana deck. Anyway, Mr. F, we want to know about your career. All righty. Well, hang around, James. You just like what we do here. Okay, Mr. F wants to know, should he change career? Well, let's ask. Should he change career? Show me, please, Tara. The spirit team. Ooh, 20 years of doing the same job. Wow. Well, you might need a change. And I'll tell you what, Mr. F. These cards didn't pop out, but I did want to make note of them. With these eclipses, we've got a lot going on in the sky, guys. We had an eclipse with the full moon. We have a new moon and, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse tomorrow. Venus is retrograde, Mercury is retrograde, Neptune is changing signs. It's all happening like right now, so it's a hot mess moving, just swirling around us right now. And I know Neptune has been throwing me challenges with my communication. Wow, well, golly, Mr. F, I think I'll just stop here. That's a big fat yes. That is the #1 card about money and new opportunity in the tarot, the Ace of Pentacles. Duh, yeah, I mean, tarot is being very clear for me tonight. I've been talking to my team about this. So guys, the free reading slot has been spoken for and done tonight. If you'd like a reading, the information is pinned at the top of the chat. PayPal is preferred, or Super Chat. Okay. I don't know that, do you really want me to pull more than one card? I love that for you. Whew. I'll ask if there's any other message, but that is awesome. Love that explanation, Jay. It's like you've been listening to the words coming out of my mouth. Thank you for that. Okay, now I shuffled and this card was at the bottom, and then as I shuffled it came back 4 of Pentacles. So this just says, this is the card of the miser. It means saving your money, focusing on, taking care of that part of business, obviously, while you're looking at your new adventure here. Now, this is a bit contradictory. I want to get more on this. Oh, yeah, and Jay, you're invited to the after party tonight after my, I was thinking, depending on what time we get done here tonight, we can have a little behind the scenes if you want to do that. What are you telling me, Tarot? This is not a love reading now. This is a career reading. Okay, being independent, right. You know, I feel like this is just the backstory, which you've been here before. That's what tarot usually does for me. Gives me the backstory. And I think that's what this is. This is the answer to your question right here. This feels like it is saying to you, though, yes, you can be this Queen of Pentacles. She is she's independent, and I don't mean that she's not married or in a relationship, but she's independent in that she can take care of herself. She can provide for herself. She is a nurturer. She's a caring queen. And she's very confident, and I mean, look, she's very peaceful, like, I've got this, and I know I've got this. As opposed to the Queen of Wands, who is very materialistic, selfish, self-centered, needy, or even, well, yeah, needy. And so I'm hearing, and then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. This is taking a second look at something that you might have turned down. So this literally could be a career path that you had thought about doing in the past, and now you're revisiting it. Or it can be something that you thought you kind of had a meh about it before, like, I don't think I really want to do that. The universe might have given you some kind of an opportunity or an opening into this before. You turned it down, or you thought it was going to disappoint you, or it did maybe in some aspect, and now you're rethinking it. Now the wheel is in reverse. The wheel is a cycle. It's a cycle of life. Sometimes we feel like we're at the bottom, and sometimes we feel like we're at the top. Good fortune, bad fortune, you know, it's all the time. It's changing. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Different deck. Wait a minute. My apologies. Hang on one second, because one minute. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, because the artwork here is very different. Let me be sure I'm telling you the right thing, though, because I don't use this deck very often. And yeah, okay. I was telling you right. I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, the wheel, like the Wheel of Fortune, is basically what it's talking about. And so I think it's saying, you know, and I talk a lot here, Mr. F, about law of attraction and manifesting and telling the story like you want it to be, not how it may be. Like, you may be feeling this disappointment from the past, right? So I feel like this is kind of a heads up saying, yes, go for this new opportunity, but be mindful of which one of these mindsets you're going to embrace. Are you going to embrace, I'm just going for the money, I need it to be about me? Or are you going, I've got confidence. I don't need anybody else. If I want to entertain other people around me, that's fine, but I'm confident in my own ability to do what I need to do. And while it may feel in some ways like, you know, anytime you start a new job or a new venture, it feels like you're starting from scratch. And I believe that's what this is saying. And you may be busy, you may be juggling a good bit in the beginning, but I think you have a healthy, productive curiosity about this new venture, which will serve you well. And I feel like you will be putting down, like you talked about your career being 20 years. I believe that's what this is the card of Ten of Wands, very heavy, heavy burdens. And the World card talks about the end of the Fool's journey, meaning it will be the end of that, the end of these heavy burdens if you take this new venture. Now, don't overthink it, because this is analysis paralysis. But it's going to be something, making this choice will be something that you love. I'm going to stop there. That's fabulous. I don't want to complicate it. I think that's a beautiful message for you, Mr. F. I love that for you. Oh, thank you, Jay-Z. I saw out of the corner of my eye there was, I see it now. Thank you, Rishi. Okay. I need to write it down. Thank you. I just saw there's one, but I didn't want to get distracted here from the reading. So, Mr. F, I hope that you find that helpful, but I don't often get anything that clear jump out of the deck like that, just straight out of the deck. So that's a very, very positive omen for you to change careers, I would say. Indeed, and I wish you great luck. I don't think you're going to need it. I think you got the wind in your sails. Yeah, wind in your sails to go in this direction is what it looks to me like. So, wishing you the very best, though. That's awesome. And thank you, obviously, so much for your super chat. Oh, you're very welcome. It makes good sense to you. It makes total sense. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad. Yeah, I think Risha is next. I believe that you're correct, Jay. Thank you. Well, that's a beautiful reading. I love giving those readings. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. F. I appreciate you. All right. Now, Rishi, let me go back. Risha. Let me put this back 1 second. Let's see what deck. Uh-oh, these cards are all over the place. Now, let's see. Good evening, Allison. How are you this evening? And welcome to our live. Okie dokie, let me see 1 second. Okay. Richa, didn't we just do this within the week? Was it last weekend? Of course, like I always tell y'all, things can change on a dime. Things can change on a dime. Hola, Dubia. I'm glad you're doing good, Allison. Awesome. Oh, have you? Oh, yes. Good. High five on that, Risha. Awesome. Loving that. I love that. Perfect. Richa has been busy manifesting. Okay, well, we're going to ask. Let's see. There's that thing we talked about, momentum. It takes a little while, but let's see. Not always. It can happen literally on a dime. You are most welcome. I'm so glad, and thank you for giving me feedback after the fact and coming back. And I love that when my viewers do that and then come back and talk to me. Hey, Goth. Well, that is so kind. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you saying that. Aw. That's right, James. It only takes an instant. Yep, that's right. Things feel different. Ooh. Oh, I love hearing that. I just don't know if that's the right deck. I'm asking. I'm feeling between this one. Okay, all right. We want to know about Praveen's feelings for Risha, right? All right, let's see. Let's see if there's magic in the air. All right. Still at a crossroads. Let's see. Danielle. Really? Two 1111 Scorpios. High five to that too. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we're special. I'm just saying. We're special. Oh, goodness. Oh, Jay. Oh, Mr. F. Let me double check now, be sure I'm not lying to you. I did post that in there, right? Let me be sure. Yes. Okay. Under the video. Now, yeah, you have to be watching it not in, well, it doesn't matter. You can only watch the video for 3 minutes in the shorts, and then it will take you to the actual video. But there's a little button that's in dark black letters. It says more underneath the title. If you click that, it drops down a description box. In the description box, the second paragraph, it talks about taking advantage of special perks and the membership, and the link is there. You can just click on that link and it should take you to that information. And Mr. F, I know, Scorpios rule. I've been thinking about maybe doing a live for just Scorpios. What do y'all think about that? I mean, we'd probably have other people come, but I think that'd be fun. Okay. Well, I'm taking that because that wanted to come out. Okay. Let's keep going, Risha. I don't know. Ooh. Well, your person is thinking, oh, wow, wait a minute, hold up. Now, Risha, you know I do a lot of readings, so I'm trying to remember, did you break up, and was there a breakup? Refresh my memory, because like I said, I do a lot, and I can't keep up with everybody's story. Okay, Nicholas, you can purchase one, but watch your language, please. This is a PG channel over here. I appreciate your candor, though. I know the feeling, by the way. Okay, I thought so. Thank you. But because what's at the bottom of the deck, thank you. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions. Man, Wednesday night, when Jay-Z was here, that was a long night, number one. And it's like all but like one, I think, maybe 2 out of 9 readings, it was third party. And I'm thinking, people, keep your pants on. Really? It's like 3/4 of the world's in a third party. What is going on? Oh, I like that better. Thank you, Nicholas. I'm no prude, Nicholas. I don't want to give that impression, but I try to keep it, clean for my viewers. Well, okay. Your person is at a crossroads. Yeah, y'all can't really see those. I know these are little bitty cards. Thank you, Jay-Z. Hey, Jay-Z, one video I was thinking I might make is what people say to me on YouTube, just for fun, behind the scenes. Some of the weirdest things, but I never have time to stop and write them down. I should do that. I should make a journal of the things people say to me here. Oh, geez. And I'm thinking about getting one of those little signs like you get at, was it Tuesday morning or something, and you... And every time somebody asks me how old I am, I'll pull the sign out, so I don't have to answer it 100 times. Oh, all right. Risha, your person is at a crossroads. Now, you can be this Empress, Or this can be the Empress can represent expansion and nurturing and creativity. So what your person's at a crossroads about is this, whether it's a person or those qualities, and whether or not to invest in it. And it feels like you're going to have communication. This is my number one card of communication, and it is in the upright. You're going to have communication from this person. Now, the questionable card here is this Knight of Wands. This is the player card, we call it. And in your case, I'm going to not explain all the derivatives, but it's in the reverse. So this can mean one or two things. Oh, honey, I'm not going to be a player anymore. I put down my player ways. Or they're even more reckless than in the upright. And I'm going to clarify that because it's just too much of a question mark. But at the bottom, this is what I find interesting. I feel like your person is going through a tower moment. There is something very heavy, a heavy burden that your person needs to put down. And what is this heavy burden? An ending that he can't get over. Does that ring true, Risha? Like maybe. So it's either you, the ending with you, or the other person, because the Queen of Wands is my third party queen typically, and she's in the reverse. It's where there was no equal give and take, yada yada, yeah. So I don't know which ending your person is saying they're having a hard time getting over. But I want to clarify first. I want to ask about this Knight of Wands here. So give me, please, and thank you, more information, Spirit. What are you telling me about this Knight of Wands for Risha's person, for Praveen? What is this Knight of Wands for? Okay, yeah, well, he's missing you. Oh, look at this. Yeah, he's missing you and hurting. Now, this is the quintessential card of the third party, heartbreak. When it's in the upright, when it's in the reverse, it means it's already happened and there's healing from it. All right. Okay. So I think this is saying your person's missing you, and he's thinking about maybe he wants to quit being a player. But, oh, I hate to get your hopes up about that. Let me see what else wants to come out. Okay. This is an unequal give and take, right? Yeah. I'm going to tell you this. If he does come and talk to you, beware. I think he's still not where he can come correctly. Now, even if he comes and says he's broken up with this other person, even if that breakup was that person, he's still not ready to come to you correctly. Because this is the, I can't even think, and Mercury is missing me, 6 of Pentacles. And in reverse, it's saying there's no equal give and take next to this card. So this is telling me what this card is about. So the player ways still are in force, maybe even more in it, more quickly, more reckless, you know. Can't focus, can't do, you know, let me just come in here, let me come rushing in, whatever. But they're still unbalanced. He is still unbalanced. Oh, James, my gosh, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. Really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Oh, wow, just made my day. Thank you. Mr. F, you are very welcome. Oh, I'm so glad it helped. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, for your support always. And I wish you luck with your decision. I don't think you need luck. I think you already got it coming your way. But good luck with the new venture. What else do you want to tell me here about Praveen? Yeah, I think he's been spying on you. You know, that means looking at your social media, looking at your pictures. I don't know. Can he ride by your house? Might even be that. I don't know. Making a choice, making a decision about something, feeling regret and remorse. Now, I've been shuffling, and I didn't mention this, but the King of Wands has come up, and the Death card keeps coming up. These three cards. So he may come in and say, instead of this Knight of Wands, I'm going to put my player ways down. I'm going to man up. I want to be this king, and I'm going to change for you. I'm going to change. I don't know, maybe, but I don't trust it because of this card in the reverse. If that was in the upright, I would. So maybe he wants to, Risha, but maybe he's just not quite there yet. You know, it's good to have intentions. So I would just say that if you hear from him, I would say let his actions show you, not his words. Well, God bless you too, Roofer. Thanks for being here. Oh, Red Box, I love that. Thank you. I do try to be, I always have my heart in the right place here for you guys. Anything else you want to tell me? So bottom line, Risha, is I feel a little sus about this for you. Yeah, I know this is what you want, and I think your person's going to come and tell you that you make him happy. You make him happy. Yeah. Not saying that's not true. I'm not saying that's true. Well, there you go. Because I think you're absolutely right. I think it is definitely different. I feel this energy very different. But you know, it's like anything we do. For example, if we say, okay, I'm going to change my diet, or I'm going to go on a diet, or something like that, and we really want to do it, and we mean it in the moment, and we get off to a good start, but if we can't be consistent and maintain it, then it's not going to do us any good, right? So I kind of have that feeling about your person, that he may have very good intentions. I'm just not sure he's yet to the point. Or maybe a better example is quitting a bad habit, like smoking, for example. And you hear people talk about it. They quit several times before they finally get to where they can quit. So maybe your person's saying, I'm trying, I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it, kind of energy is what it feels like. So just be mindful. He's coming in as a knight, not a king here. I think he wants to be the king. I think he thinks he's the king, but I don't think he's a king yet. So anyway, okay. That's what I got for you, darling. And I think that is definitely progress over your last reading. Yes. I will be very surprised because you know that the solar eclipse is tomorrow. And you've got a new moon and a solar eclipse. So now is really a powerful time for manifestation, Risha. So I'd get, you know, don't back off of that now. Now keep pushing it. Oh, no, you didn't just pop in here, Mr. Shamir. How are you tonight? And I'm glad you're here because I wanted to ask you, my number one member in my membership, I love you for that. I want to know what you want. I was asking Jay-Z is also in the membership family group. I want to know what you want. What do you want? What kind of Q&A videos? What kind of members-only content do you want to see, Shamir? Because right now, there's basically just the two of y'all in that level of membership, and so I want to do something for you guys. Thank you, James, for your subscription. I appreciate you. I told Jay we might do an after party tonight after the live. I'll show y'all what that looks like. All right, guys, let's see. Unless I've missed one, was that my... I think that was the only super chat I had so far, right? I mean, not so far, but I think I'm current. Okay, if anybody else wants a reading, PayPal or super chat, or if you have a question about anything esoteric or metaphysical, ask that. I love talking about those things. Yeah, Shamir did me the honor of being my very first member in my memberships. Thank you for those hearts, guys. All right, while I'm waiting to see if anybody else wants a reading, I wanted to ask what the energy for the weekend regarding the eclipse was going to mean, do, activate, whatever for my collective from this deck. This is a very interesting deck. It's called Star Dragons. And basically, there are two different messages on each card. One is called, wait, what is it called? Yeah, the wisdom of the herald and the wisdom of the dragon. So I wanted to see what this... Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, Yogananda, he is awesome. He's the yogi. Well, that's cool, James. Well, you know, we're going to be doing more of that kind of thing, I think. Yes, please do, Shamir. Please let me know. Because I'm ready to make a video for you guys, or to go live, do a members-only Q&A. I'm ready to do that. I just kind of have to have enough people to show up. So, wait one second, James. So anyway, James, we were just talking about memberships. That is something I probably would talk more about in the memberships than I do here. Just an FYI. Jay-Z, what do you do to help reset when feeling spiritually drained or tired? Oh, number one, meditation. By far, meditation. Deepak Chopra had the most wonderful explanation, I think, and he was actually talking about health as opposed to just drained energy or a spiritual reset. And he talked about, and he said that what happens is when you meditate, when you go into a deeper meditation, your body remembers what a perfect state of balance is. And the more you do it, the more your body remembers it, and then the more you can bring that out and retain with you in your walking around 3D everyday life state. And that's why it's so effective. It stays with you, but you have to do it, and you have to, you know, it's like going to the gym. You have to be consistent with it, right? But meditation by far, and I mean, any kind of meditation you do is helpful. The kind that I teach, and I've taught for over 30, I don't even know now. When did I start teaching? Oh, at least 30-something years. Anyway, I don't use like candles or sound or music or any of that. I teach you how to breathe. I teach you how to sit in the silence, how to stay in the silence, how to overcome your physical discomforts, what to do with the mind when that monkey mind starts kicking in. So those practices really, really do help. Because again, it's like it sticks with you, and then you get to bring a little bit of that out, and you'll find what it does, I think. It gives you, once you've done it a bit, the practice of meditation in general. What you'll find is when something happens in your everyday life that's upsetting or triggering, or something says something to you or whatever, something happens, you have more of a buffer. And what it will do is you'll have just a bit of a buffer in your energy and your thinking process, and so that you're able to respond to things instead of reacting to things. Now that sounds like a small thing, but it's actually a very big thing. It makes a difference in how you interact with people, which is how do we not interact with people, right? So anyway, that's my answer, Jay-Z, to that. Gap, that's it, James. Yes, it's a gap. So immense, and you're agreeing with me. Yes. Really, I'm not making this up. Meditation has changed my life immensely. But I also, and I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail here, but I had a health challenge back in 2000. Well, it started before that, but 2016, and I had ended up having to have a surgery that required not one, but 2 doctors working on me for 6 hours for this surgery. And after that, I talked to one of those doctors and then a separate doctor that I went to for a follow-up. And both of those doctors told me that had I not had that background of a very long meditation practice, I would have been dead. That was really the thing that was keeping my body functioning and keeping my immune system trying to take care of me in spite of what was going on. And so that was a pretty big testament, I think. And we're talking about, that's a very physical health item. So for me, all I needed to hear, I mean, I was doing it anyway, but I thought that was a pretty pivotal moment to hear physicians. These weren't alternative doctors. These were physicians talking about this to me. So that was impressive. I mean, not me, I'm just saying impressive to hear them make a comment like that. So I'm very grateful to be here with you guys. Yeah, it is amazing, Jay-Z. I mean, I almost didn't make it. That's the truth of that. And so I don't take any day here for granted. Yes, Mila, that's true. That's the number one challenge, is quieting the mind and the mind chatter. And the number 2 is the body. But most people, like a lot of things in life, humans tend to have unrealistic expectations. So you see all the images of the people on TV doing this, and whatever, and you can tell they're just not really there. And so you have this expectation that you're supposed to sit down and be able to do that. And instead what happens is you sit down, you have a very uncomfortable experience. You're not comfortable in your body. You're not used to sitting like that or whatever. Your mind is going like, oh God, did I turn the stove off? Oh my gosh, I got to call so-and-so. Oh, I didn't lock the car before I came in here. All that. So what I like to, yes, James, that's absolutely correct. Science is catching up to spirituality. And that's why you love Yogananda. Yes, he blends science and spirituality. Agreed, yes. So it's important to manage your expectations. And to, just like going to the gym, you're not going to go in there and start bench pressing 200 pounds, right? You would not expect yourself to do that. So why do you expect or have the expectation for yourself that you're going to sit down and meditate and go to nirvana the first time you sit down there, or the first 10 times? No. That's so you have to manage your expectations to start with. And then you have to have a good tool that helps you to, in other words, your mind and all that chatter, it's simply doing its job. I tell my students literally to say thank you when you sit down and thank you to your mind. It's doing its job. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to keep you out of danger and remind you to do things and keep you on track. It's your governor. But if you say thank you, and then you sort of imagine that thought floating off, and then you go back to your breathing technique, and then you keep doing that repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, you train your mind to then, okay, I'm not in charge anymore. I'm still here, but I'm in the background now. And it's just like training yourself for anything, like I said, going to the gym. It's just a training you do. Yes, we have, James. We made the mind a weapon. It needs to be your servant, not your master. That's correct, or that's how I say it. I love that, Jay. Yes, adding positivity to about everything is so powerful. Oh my gosh, that's such a positive, powerful statement, and it's true. It's so true. I mean, everything is a choice. And it's not what happens to us in life. All of us have things that happen to us. It's what we do with it that matters, right? What spin do you put on it? How do you frame that thing? Do you frame it as, oh, God, that person cut me off in traffic? I'm guilty of this. Or do you say, oh, gosh, I wonder what thing that person is dealing with is so urgent that they have to be rushing, and I hope they're okay. How do you frame it? So it really, it's important. And that's also the most powerful tool for manifestation is, protecting, no, that's not the word I want to use, but it kind of is. Protecting yourself from negative influence is one aspect, but what I was trying to say is staying positive. Well, you do that by having boundaries about what you watch, what you take into your body and your mind, like the news and all the fear and all the stuff that's out there that's so everywhere now. It's a choice. And what is that quote that I gave you guys recently? If you're not changing, you're choosing. If you're not changing, you're choosing. So think about that. If you're not making conscious changes, consciously trying to rein in your monkey mind and say, no, you need to sit over here, and I'm going to consciously, purposefully think positive thoughts about something, then it's in charge. You aren't. Is that where that saying comes from? Like the third, because I don't know who to attribute that quote to, by the way. Like the third Zen patriarch. Hey, Bright Civic, how are you tonight? And hey, James Mack and David May and Jay Rays. Yes, the mind is a battlefield, and it certainly feels that way. Your brain thinks over 60,000 thoughts a day. Think about that. 60,000 thoughts a day. That's a whole lot of chatter, isn't it? Oh, two different quotes. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, thank you, Jay-Z. Let me do that real quick. Would that be under the name of Ryan, perhaps, for Brittany? Brittany, would it have been for, would the PayPal have come in under Ryan? Well, that's right, James. That's a very deep and important statement there. And it's, again, it's about how you frame things, isn't it? Okay, Brittany, awesome. Thank you. Now, is your question over in PayPal, or do you mind posting it here, Brittany? If you don't want to post it here, fine. I'll go in my PayPal app and find it. Oh, is it? Oh, yes, my bad. Was it hitting my beads? Apologies. Hopefully that's better. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you saying that. I think it was my bees that was hitting it. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Bright Civic, today was a good day despite the confusion someone had about me today, and I'm still working hard in getting my job done on time. Awesome. Well, that's delightful. You made the best of that then, it sounds like. James, that's true. And I don't want to, you sure can, Shamir. What was I going to say? Yes, I like to say this, that, you know, in my opinion, and we're not going to get on this public forum. These are the kind of discussions I want to have in the members group. Religions were made by man, let's just say that. And everybody has their own thoughts about that. But what I can say is there is a thread of truth with a capital T, that runs through all of them. Basic human truth. And, you know, that there is some kind of a higher being, a higher consciousness, right? Yes, Brought Civic, it is. I plan to be back tomorrow, though. Shamir, if you're sending me one tonight, though, just let me know, because I have my notifications turned off and I have to just turn them on to check it. So just let me know that and I can go over there and do that. 1 second. Although I'm not anticipating any phone calls, maybe I should just leave it off. Hopefully nobody will call me tonight. Most people know I'm working. Brought Civic, I don't know. I have some obligations tomorrow. I'm having lunch with my family tomorrow, and I don't know. I'd like to get here a little bit earlier than I have been. If I could start maybe in the afternoon, I don't know. But it seems like every time I try to do that, it's later than I want. Wait a second, let me see. Thank you, Brittany. What deck, please, for Brittany? All right. And I will come back after I do Brittany's reading. I still wanted to pull a message from this for the collective regarding the energies for the eclipse is what I wanted to do, and I got off track there. Oh, James, my apologies. My name is Darlene. Yeah, I forget I say it at the beginning and then I forget. Most people don't. Yeah. I'm Darlene. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, that is a good question, isn't it, Shamir? Brittany, you know, hey, Alex. Well, nice to meet you too, James. Thank you. I talk a lot, Brittany, about law of attraction and law of manifestation here on my channel. And it's important, and you might want to play this back, because I just had a lady who came on here, Risha. I did a reading for her last week in her relationship, and they had broken up, and I won't go into the details, but anyway. And she came back tonight to get another reading because she said she's been working really hard on her manifestation and wanted to see if the cards reflected, and they did. And so I have to always point that out to people. If you're not familiar with that concept, basically it means like energy attracts like energy. And and I'm going to pull cards for you. I am, Brittany, but I just feel really compelled to talk to you about this. 1 second. So, Broad Civic, you need to listen to what I'm saying to Brittany, okay? And I know we live in a very 3D world. We have to eat, we have to pay bills, we have to keep the wolves at bay and all that good stuff. At the very least, not to mention our relationships. So let me preach about this just a minute, because I'm not just here to read tarot cards, okay? Your partnership, your people, your family, the people around you, they aren't just there to have fun with, okay? That's great. But they're also there to show you where you need to heal, to show you your wounds. And that happens when you are triggered, when there's a breakup or somebody hurts your feelings, which is very in your face in a romantic relationship, okay? Now, what that says is, let's, for example, say you're in a third-party situation. I'm not saying this is your situation, Brittany, at all. I'm just using this as an example because it's a very, very common one. So, well, hey, morning. Very, very warm welcome to you. Yes, oneness and the quantum field. That's right, James. Well, that's my addition to that. Yes, they are here to help us evolve. Precisely, James. And so, you know, you can't blame everything on that other person. They have 50% of the equation, and you have 50% of the equation of how to fix this or how to break this situation, all right? Everybody has their part. And I don't care what that person did. I don't care how absolutely horrific it is. You do not get to be a victim in this world of law of attraction. There is only one law, and it's the law of attraction. And so if you're over here focusing on that horrible thing that they did and not taking any responsibility of your half of the equation, you're going to create more of that. And I'm going to use third party because as I said, a lot of people deal with this. So, and thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate that. And if you haven't hit that like button, please go up there or just double tap your screen. I appreciate that too. So for example, a third party relationship, there's a lot of different programs or wounds, let's say, that can be triggered from that. But one of them certainly is abandonment. In my experience and working with a lot of people over the years, it goes back to childhood. Most all wounds go back to childhood. For example, you had one of your parents was cheating on one of your parents, or one of your parents worked all the time and was never there, or one of your parents died, or one of your parents gave all their attention to one of the other siblings. In some form or fashion, you felt not good enough, not seen, not heard, abandoned in some form or fashion, and not worthy of that person's love. Now, that goes into your subconscious, and it sits there, and it breeds, and it, over time, you know, a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. That's an Abraham Hicks quote. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. Well, that was your belief, your conclusion that you made in that moment of time in your childhood. And that got instilled into your subconscious. So now you think that's what love looks like. Now, you're not doing this consciously by any stretch. However, you are still, there's only one law. It's a law of attraction. So you are attracting that based on that thought that's running in your subconscious. So when your person goes over here and a third party is, like I said, it can be work, it can be an illness, it can be family members, whatever causes those things to happen. Oh, thank you so much, God, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Wait 1 second. It can, there we go. It can trigger all kinds of, it can cause all kinds of things to happen. So, this thing that's happened, for example, Brittany, with you and your husband, and now you're sitting there very heartbroken, and I don't know what he did, I don't know who did what, doesn't matter, does not matter, that's old news, that's old news. Thank you guys for the heart. But what's important is what you do with it now, okay? So your energy is there, and what I'm asking you to do is now you need to change and start telling the story like you want it to be. That's the new reality that you want. That's where your energy and your focus needs to go. So you have to start finding a way to believe and tell a new story. I am worthy. I do deserve attention. I am seen. I am heard. I am valuable. I am worthy. I am supported in every way. My partner loves me. My partner takes good care of me. My partner sees me. My partner hears my feelings, understands what I need in this relationship. You have to start telling that story. And then the law of attraction says, oh, okay, well, that's what you're proclaiming. Let's give you that. So that's a very long explanation. Now, you can substitute money. You can substitute a new job. You can substitute anything in the world. The principle is the same. It doesn't matter what you're wanting in your life, if it's a person, a thing, money, status, attention, whatever. You have to believe first. You have to fill your own cup and believe that those things about yourself first. And then the universe will bring things to you that reflect that. Your partners are just mirrors for you. So, long speech, but somebody here needed to hear that tonight. Somebody here needed to hear that. Did I miss a good question, Shamir? Let me see. Did Hannah ask a good question? I hate to miss out on the chat over here. And I'm going to pull cards for you, Brittany. What did I miss? Oh, that's cool, James. I'm glad to hear you're letting go of that. Okay, James. I missed the question. Darn it, Shamir. What was the question? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Now we want to ask for Brittany. Oh, thank you for saying that. Brittany's saying thank you, and I can relate to what you said. So that needs to be your number one homework. Tarot readers or any readers, we're just pulling one potential out of the quantum field. Your job is to get in touch with your emotions, your positive emotions, because that's the magnet that brings what you want into the 3D. So just remember that, okay? Now we're going to ask about your person. Basically, and I've been talking so long, I've lost your question. You want to know if you're going to get back together, essentially. I think it's what you wanted to know, right, Brittany? Just a second. Thank you, Shamir. Appreciate you. Okay, show me, please, Brittany's situation and potential outcome. Thank you, Jay-Z. Oh, it's so nice to have moderators. Oh, thank you. Yes. Yes, if the relationship will survive this tough. Thank you, Jay-Z. Well, maybe not this deck, eh? Okay. Oh, Mr. F. Oh, I do apologize. Yeah, YouTube is working on that. Isn't that the weirdest, stupidest thing? I actually was talking about this. You can't, yeah, if you hit that on an iPad or an iPhone, it won't come up. You'd have to go to a computer or have an Android. I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention. They're working on it. They're aware it's a problem. Now, what you can do is you can pull, I think, well, no, I don't know if it'll show up, though. No, it's probably not going to show up. Isn't that stupid? Plan B for you, Mr. F. My email is in that description box. If you... one second, Brittany. One second. Well, the link is in the description, and it's not... YouTube knows it's just not showing up on the iPad devices, iPad, iPhone. One second. I'll try this. We will try this. Because I think if you click on the link, it's not going to take you anywhere is my thing. Here's the link, guys. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. I don't know. Let me know if that works, seriously, because I'd love to be able to do that if it was that simple, but I think it'll just take you to my channel and there won't be any membership or join button when the page comes up is what I think happens. Oh, there you go. Shamir said, or go through Safari or a desktop. Yeah. Okay. Jay-Z, thank you for helping. Both of you guys, thank you so much. And failing all of that, failing all that, send me an email and I'll send you the link. But you still have to get on a computer probably to open it. Yep. Yeah, thank you, Shamir. I thought that was the case. That's basically, I was in a workshop with YouTube and that subject came up and I was shocked at that. I thought, really? Of all things, iPads and iPads, 90% of the people here are probably on those devices, right? They're working on it. Okay. Now, I didn't even write your name down, did I, Brittany? Okay. Back to your reading. All right, Brittany. Are you going to be able to go the distance in your relationship? I appreciate you, Mr. F, working so hard to try to do that and getting nowhere. My apologies. Why did the decks not want to talk to me tonight? Or for you, or just... Okay. Almost got half the deck that time, though. Yes, Jordan, I do. Okay, I give up. I know Brittany has a life and doesn't want to be here all night long while she watches me shuffle. Oh, thank you, Jay-Z, for checking that. Okay. Yeah, I guess it has to be on a desktop then. Dan, we had that conversation, and I know it's an issue. It's going to require a private session because I can't do that. I can't fix it here. I have a process I have to go through to plug into that kind of energy usually, and I can't do it in one of these readings for you. It's not that I don't want to help you, but yes, this we know. This we know. Let's take that. I like that. This is a good sign, Brittany. In fact, I could stop there. Yes, we know you're up in your head and your person, for sure. This is what you probably feel like. Worrying about it, that's analysis paralysis. But we have a victory card. I think I should just stop there, right? Let's see what else. Whoops. Ah. I love tarot. Yes. Okay. I guess I'm hearing my team loudly tonight. That whole preamble that I gave you and all the things. I'm so sorry, y'all. All of the things that I was telling you. Apparently that is the message for you tonight, because yes, you can have victory. One second. Thank you, Jay-Z. It's clear you're unhappy, and by the way, he is too. He is too. Because of this tower moment. Tower moments are just what you've experienced. It's upheaval. Now, the thing I want you to know about tower moments is that it's orchestrated by the divine. It's when things are not built on a solid foundation. And Spirit says, this needs to change, and the parties involved are not working toward that appropriate change. And Spirit says, okay, well, these people need to change. They're not doing what they need to change. So let's tear it all down and build it back. That's what that means when a tower happens. So your situation, the tower has already happened. It's in the reverse. And Spirit is saying, yes, you can have a victory if you do this. And this is exactly what I was harping on and why I gave you that whole long preamble speech about it. This is the Magician card. And it says you have all the skills you need to make this happen, to obtain this victory here with your person. Yeah. And very possibly, whoever did what here will want to make amends. And they'll want to come and tell you that. That's the message. Now, you may question, or your person may question, gee, have I planted my seeds in the field? Can this go the distance? I'm going to change that. Can this go the distance? Which is essentially what you're asking here. And the answer is absolutely yes. There is still passion here. And there is every reason to believe, well, there is every reason. This is a new beginning. Something tangible, 3D in the real world beginning. What kind of beginning? Coming together again, collaboration again. But you have to work on the things that were not balanced. Each of you. As I said in the beginning, I don't care how horrible one person did things to the other. It's never about just one person. It takes two to make a relationship. It takes two to break a relationship. So you've got to figure out how to find a balance, because this is an unequal give and take is what's been happening. You have to cut out things. This is for both of you. Cut out things that do not serve you in the relationship. Seek the truth. Communicate clearly with one another. If you're not in therapy, get yourselves in, find a good therapist, right? Because you need to both get a new perspective about something or some aspect regarding your relationship. Because truthfully, neither of you want to walk away. I feel strongly this is, if this is not you, this is your person, but I feel like it's both of you. Even though right now your marriage is, your relationship is not good. You need to take some time, isolate, make use of this time that you have now to find a way to balance the scales between each other, but in yourself first. In yourself first. And be able to call me. That was a spam call. Let me mute that. My apologies. It's rare that I ever get a call this late at night. So both of you want to put this conflict behind you. Both of you are actually willing to work on this. I love that. So the answer, I could keep going, Brittany, but the answer is absolutely yes. Yes, it can, but it takes work. And as an older, wiser person who's been in a number of relationships in my lifetime, one thing I've noticed about the younger generation is, we were talking earlier about expectations. You have all this love and you have the honeymoon time period together and everything's wonderful. And then over time you start finding out those little things about each other, and the things that you don't like start showing up more, and this and that. And a lot of people want to quit too soon. Any relationship takes work. If you go into it with that mindset, and not that just, oh, it's just a bowl of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good analogy, a bowl of golden coins, and you just get to revel in them forever. No, they take work. It takes work to keep the polish on those coins. Now, gold doesn't tarnish. That wasn't the best analogy, but you get my drift. It takes work. So there's no just, oh, let's ride off into the sunset together and happily ever after. Relationships are work. And it's work because of what we talked about earlier. They are a mirror to show you what wounds you have that you need to work on. So, yes, you can have victory, and you have all the resources you need to make this happen. But watch your thoughts. What I was talking about earlier, watch your thoughts. So there. Brittany, I'm feeling very positive about this for you. I feel even though it's a heavy situation, honestly, because I feel energy, this feels very positive. And I will tell you, I feel like this is recent, and that it probably had to do, eclipse energy. I'm telling you, eclipse energy. It's wreaking havoc with so many people. So I think this is really good. Let the dust settle. Give yourself time to build that buffer in we were talking about earlier too, and so that you are able to respond and not react, those kinds of things when you're having conversations with each other. So that's what I have for you, Brittany. Thank you so much for your purchasing a super chat, and I hope that helps. Oh, geez. Oh, my God, Brittany. Brittany's saying, I got deathly ill. I begged him to help. He wouldn't. I have some PTSD from it. As anyone would, by the way, yes. I mean, I don't know the circumstances, but I can understand how you'd have to think about that. But to me, Brittany, that says you have a wound where you're not supported in some way, or people abandon you. Back to that. That's why I picked that one. It feels like you have an abandonment issue. So regardless of how horrible that was, you need to work on. I am supported. I am supported in every way. People rally around me when I need them the most. People are always there for me. I can depend on my friends and my family and my loved ones. They show up for me. The universe is always giving me exactly what I need, even before I know I need it. Those kinds of things. So get on that track of thinking and start working with those, and go and watch Abraham Hicks videos. Those are my favorites. And Jay-Z, thank you so much for that. However, I am going to be changing that, probably not this weekend, to one free slot, but we'll see. It just depends on how early I get started sometimes. All right, now Goth, I believe, was next. Is that correct? And I tried tonight to do a subscriber-only video, but apparently I can only do that on my computer, and the video and audio just isn't very good, and anyway, so. Awesome. Thank you, Shamir. I really, really appreciate that help. Thank you. What deck, please, for Hannah? All right, we're going for the little Rider-Waite. All right, we want to know, inquiring minds want to know for Hannah, what are some positive things and blessings coming in? All right, for Hannah. I don't know if I know many Virgos, if any. I can't say that I do. If I do, I don't know I do. Show me, please, what good things are coming in for Hannah, please. Thought there was one that flipped. All right. Well, okay. And the card of the night is the Tower card. Jeez. Again, I'm going to harp on this. Eclipse energy, guys. I'm telling you, between the retrogrades and the eclipse energy, it's like this swirl, like a tornado, swirling of energy. And people aren't handling it well. Just saying. Okay. Hey, Shamir, do you meditate? Oh, Joy, that's a lovely thought. I love it when people say that in the comments. Do they? I did not know that. Is that because, are you a Virgo? Shamir? What else, please, before I speak on this? So somebody made a choice, or is making a choice, or needs to make a choice here in the future about their happiness. I'm presuming this is you. Maybe you're either, okay, this is saying you maybe, I don't want to predict that you're going to get single if you're in a healthy relationship, so I don't want to say that. You be the judge of this, Hannah. But this card talks about liberation. This is someone who has her own money. She's independent. She takes care of herself. The Nine of Pentacles. She may do things unconventionally, and that's all right. She may come across as somebody who's a little cold at times, and she may be taking some time out for healing after a Tower moment. So have you or are you planning making some kind of decision, Hannah? Because this card is about a choice. It is the Lover's card. It's in the reverse. So it could literally mean there's a Tower moment because somebody here is making a choice in love regarding their happiness. I mean, that's literally how I would read those three cards. So if this hasn't happened, and probably hasn't, because we asked what's coming towards you, and the Tower is in the upright. Let's see what else. But I like this card, very much so. Now, it could mean, for example, if you're not in a good, healthy relationship, it could also say there was something you're making a choice about. It could be a job, could be a career path, but something that you no longer felt was making you happy. Real ones are nocturnal. I don't want to be nocturnal, but this is when most people don't work, so this is why I work now. Perfect, Jay-Z. I so appreciate you doing that. I'm glad I'm entertaining, if nothing else, y'all. So where is Hannah? I thought you were a Scorpio. That's why I was giving you that side eye about the Virgo comment. I thought you were a Scorpio. Oh my gosh. I did not remember that yours is the day before mine. Oh boy, we'd be trouble, wouldn't we? We would be trouble, Shamir. I'm just saying. We would be trouble. Oh, goodness. Okay. But wouldn't many people get much bias, would they? Hannah, are you here, honey? Where are you, Hannah? Where is Hannah? I need Hannah to verify or talk to me here. Hannah, 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 Hannah Bobana. There you are. Okay, good. All right, so Ooh, those are nice cards. I get the feeling, tell me, Hannah, are you a professional type? Or are becoming a professional? That's an odd question, but I know it, right? We would be so trouble. We would be big trouble under that bridge. Hannah, I know there's a delay in the chat. Okay, okay. I feel like that's what this is speaking to. That Nine of Pentacles just, it keeps coming back. Let me, because I'm getting a couple of different stories here. The King of Swords in reverse. He's not happy. He's not a happy person. He's not warm and fuzzy in the upright, and he's downright cold in the reverse. Can be cruel, actually. Very, very cutting and cruel with words. And we ask what's coming toward you. So I feel like this may be a situation that's coming. I don't know if it's in love or work. I don't have indications that give me a clear read on whether it's what direction it is. But somebody here makes a decision. I've talked about that. It makes a decision about their happiness. And there may be words spoken, or if this is a person, because kings and queens are people in my readings, but I don't have a queen. I just have a king here standing on his own. In the future, this could be a boss. This could be somebody you're partnered with. This could be a family member. I don't have context when I do a very general reading. I have to, it's harder, frankly. But something happens here that makes you feel I'm going to change that, makes you question whether or not you're going to be kind of out in the cold. It's a sense of abandonment. This could be even where you are now. For example, if you got fired from a job, am I going to get kicked out of my apartment or something like that? Or if this person is angry with me, am I going to lose my job? Or if this is a love partner, if this person is angry at me and we had a tower moment, maybe we broke up, because this can be a breakup card too, and now I'm out in the cold. I feel like my wishes are dashed. So this is not a positive reading. However, don't give up yet. We're not done. There's something coming toward you to answer. You ask good stuff. So I have to believe there's something good that comes from this tower moment. And often it does. I mean, that's like I said earlier. The whole reason we have tower moments is so things can be rebuilt, right? So that's what we want to know. And it could have been something that might have been the right thing, but the wrong time, right? Thank you, George. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, let me put your name down here. One second. So whatever this thing is, it might just be saying it wasn't the right time, because this can be a card of timing for me. I feel like you are this emperor, meaning whatever this is, you're going to step up. So I'm getting to the good stuff now. You're going to step up. The emperor is all four kings in one. So you're going to take control or charge of whatever this situation is. And in the end, you will have victory over this, whatever this thing is, whatever this tower is. Now, if it's a person, no, I'm not going to say that. Let me see what else. What is the outcome or advice about this, please, for Hannah? You're going to feel overwhelmed because it's going to feel unjust. This can also be juggling. I mean, I say overwhelmed because that can be anything from somebody juggling you, although I do not have those cards to be clear. I feel like it's you feeling overwhelmed. So, for example, maybe the tower moment, if this was a job, maybe the tower moment is suddenly this boss of yours comes in and you're bopping along, having a good old time. I'm happy here. And then they say, well, we're cutting out half the department and now you have to pick up the slack of those other jobs. That was unjust and I'm feeling overwhelmed. That's just one scenario here. Or if it is some kind of relationship now, relationship could be romantic, could be family, could be friend, I don't know. Thank you, George. That's very, I love that. That's very kind. So if this is romantic, you have a Tower moment. There's a breakup. Somebody here is moving toward what makes them happy. And they might be a little cold and might say some cold words and cruel things. Somebody's going to feel abandoned and will need to heal from this in time. And it will feel like an injustice. It could be because somebody was, and I'm going to say juggling, but remember, juggling can be a person being or overwhelmed because they can't have a relationship. They're too busy focusing on work, or they can't, maybe there's a health issue or family issue, a crisis, or all kinds of reasons why somebody can't give you, it feels like they're not being fair, or there's an injustice in terms of being overwhelmed if it's a relationship. I mean, I just don't have real clear cards here of whether it's money or relationship. I don't know what this is. I have to tell you the truth. It really, usually it's clearer. I get a lot of pentacles if it's career, or a lot of cups, and I've got both here. So it's not clear. Okay, yeah. Spirit is saying you're going to need to be strong in this situation, and you're probably not going to see it coming, but, you know, do the best you can to use your intuition to guide you, because it's going to feel, again, like there's no equal give and take here. Yeah, this could be some kind of disappointing news. Could be a little piece of karma for somebody here. Okay. Any advice you have, please, for Hannah? Anything else? Hey, Giselle, how are you tonight, honey? Hope you're doing well. And thank you for your lovely comment on the post I made about membership content and all that. I assume you read my response. GC is one of my members. Yes, it can be, because you just asked for general, and I don't know, when people ask for general, it could be, yes, it can be about your relationship. Oh, Shamir, I love that. That is so cool. Are you in sales by chance? Shamir says, go green like me, guys. It's good for the earth. And I love that. That's so cool. Yes, he is. He is green. Yes, he is. One of my green. The memberships are soul tribe member, and then the next level is soul tribe family. And eventually, if I can find the time, there will be a soul tribe inner circle. Yeah, it's gonna get good up in there. if I can do it. All right. All right, I feel, just to kind of wrap this up for you, Hannah, you may have a little bit of a trouble, and yes, it can be. If we put this, because I did actually say that, but let's, for example, if we just said, okay, we're going to determine this is a love reading, this would be like a breakup or an upheaval or somebody slamming the door and walking out. This is a breakup to me, to the lovers, excuse me. And there's feelings here that you both care about each other, you both make each other happy, but somebody's being extremely cold, had cruel words to say. I'm just kind of going back through it. And somebody left. Somebody was, or abandoned. Somebody walked out, so that somebody's feeling abandoned. And there's healing that needs to happen here. And again, the whole same message, yes. Now, this could be read as karma. This could be, if it's a marriage, for example, or a legal situation especially, like a divorce would be a justice card in reverse. So absolutely. But somebody here, you or your person, is having a hard time moving on and not able to move on. I think they know somebody here needs to apologize. Because you make each other happy. You make each other happy. Yep. I wonder, now if you're not in a committed relationship, there could be an issue here regarding somebody not wanting to commit. I wonder if that's part of the issue. There you go, Shamir. Preach it. That's right. It can. Rewind and play that message again, Hannah. Because I feel like the cards is kind of starting to repeat now. Same message, yes. You have the power. Tell the story like you want it to be. Tell the new story like you want it to be, Hannah. Like I said, when I went on that long diatribe. So please, Hannah, get busy getting happy. Get busy getting happy. Hannah, I hope that helps. I don't know what that is, but yes, it certainly could have been. If you had said love, I would have read that the same way, but we would have known that's what it was. So yes, it certainly could be that. So heads up, you have the power. In other words, if that hasn't happened, if it's something that hasn't happened, you have the power and the free will to prevent it. Oftentimes, that's why tarot gives us these messages. It's just one point in a timeline, and you have the power to create a different ending. So that's that. You're very welcome. My pleasure. Thank you, Jay-Z. I know you're working, bless your heart. Yeah, you need to get them their meds for sure. We don't want any upheavals or mutinies. Okay. And then, George, let me see. Let me find your question. But okay, put your phone in your pocket. It's charging. So let me find your question then. Thank you, Jay-Z. I so appreciate you. Again, think about that question about what, more, let me know what you want to see in the members only. I'd love to do a live. And if you're going to be here later, we'll do a little after party. I'm going to pour myself a nice big glass of wine later if you all want me to come on here. I know, that was the best sales pitch ever. Thank you, Shamir. Appreciate you doing that so much. Why are you not a moderator on here, Shamir? Why? Can I make you a moderator, please? Donnie, did you purchase a mini read? I know that would be cool, but not everybody wants to do it, so. So you still got a toe in the chat, right, Jay-Z? All right, so I'm waiting for George. Could you? What did you say? No, I want to stay green. Yeah, I think you would be both. I think, but I don't know. I tell you what, you want to turn it on and see what it looks like, and then we can turn it back off. I can fix it if you don't like it. I think it would just give you the wrench. I think you would stay green, but I think you would just have the little blue wrench by your name, Shamir. But that's fine. You don't. I'm looking for George's question. Can somebody help me with that? guess I could scroll back. There, oh, I see it now. No, you just said do a reading, but you didn't post your question unless I missed it. There you go. Shamir, do you see what GC just posted? Well, maybe it was a super thanks. I thought he said, because he said he wanted a question for a reading. Let me go back. I just scroll back 1 second. This may help. George says, I am born 12/16/98. May you do a reading, please, or do my reading, please. So, but I don't see a question. Okay, George, awesome, you're here. Well, please post your question for me. Please and thank you. Sliding off my stool again. Boy, I didn't realize this shirt was so baggy. I just threw on something over my gym stuff. So, Jord, happy to do your reading. My eyes, thank you. Thank you, Donnie. Oh, see, well, look, GC is green. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Did you unmoderate yourself, GC? Did you? Okay, yeah. Well, it is specific, but I'd rather have a specific question, to be honest with you. Do you want to, GC? I know. Well, that's perfectly fine with me. You've been here enough. You kind of know the vibe. You know what I will tolerate and what I won't, right? That's the thing. It's just, well, I'd love that. I can't say thank you enough. All right. All right, you should see a wrench by your name now, GC. Giselle. Okay, George wants to do missionary work and wants to know if he, excuse me. Let me take just, there you go, see it? Now, so Shamir is right. It changed, your letters changed from green to blue. So I get it, Shamir, you're right. Okay. And green is a very good color, isn't it? Now, GC, do you know how to do the moderator thing when you put somebody in timeout or you block them? It's really easy. You just long press their name. Or have you moderate? Oh, you do. Awesome. Don't have to go through that with you. Okay, now back to the reading at hand. So George wants to know about Africa. George, rewind the video and play it back when I was talking about law of attraction, law of manifestation, because you have the power, my friend. You do have the power. I'm asking if this is the right. I'd really love it if you would talk to me. And every time I try it. Oh, interesting. A card was left behind. Let's see if this will talk. Ace, if you have to give that gift to yourself, you're looking outside of yourself for somebody to feel the loneliness, and that's not where it comes from. It comes from filling that void for yourself. Derek, I would love to tell you that I have a live schedule, and I don't yet. I'm working that way. Most of the time I'm here on Wednesday nights, and either a Thursday, Friday, one or the other, and Saturday nights. Most of the time I'm here on Saturday nights. Late afternoon, usually I start. That's not in any kind of schedule because sometimes I just have to do it when I can do it. I have a life outside of this, believe it or not. All right. George wants to know, please, how does the future look toward him going to Africa? So, George, you do know you can manifest this, right? That's what we were talking about earlier. That makes me very sad for you, Asaph. Because if you can't love yourself, then how do you expect others to love you? All right, Asaph, start watching Abraham Hicks videos, okay? I'm asking, please, for George. Please show me the potential for George going to Africa, please. Tell me. How can George get to Africa? Oh, this deck frustrates me sometimes. I'm going to have to get rough with you, aren't I? Teasing. I've never had a deck of cards. I love this deck, and it just clams up sometimes. I call it my red-headed stepchild. Thank you. Well, the message of the night. I hate to keep harping on the same darn thing, but let me see what you say. Oh, I love that, George. That's awesome. George said he's speaking to Asaph about being lonely. Go to a cafe, start a conversation with a person you've never met. Hold it for more than 8 minutes and exchange phone numbers. My challenge to you. I love that. Oh my. That's a great idea. George, I was starting to say, I think this is going to be the same message I've been giving everybody tonight, and apparently that's what Spirit wants me to do out here on YouTube. Yep, it's very simple for you. Rewind the video, George, back to when I was talking about law of attraction. Rewind it all the way back to when I was going to do Brittany's reading. I think it's where I started talking about that. Because you've got the Page of Swords in reverse. Now, yeah, this could be spine and blah, 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 blah. But really, this card is about communication. Okay, it's about all the swords in the tarot. Excuse me. All the swords in the tarot are about thoughts or thinking or communication. Now, you have 2 cards with swords in it. This is the 5 of Swords. This is ego and pride, winning at all costs. This can be self-sabotage. Now, in the reverse, it means maybe I want to rethink that. Maybe I didn't, And sometimes it can mean somebody who's caught up in a situation, in a bad situation where people get hurt by no fault of their own. That's a very odd meaning, but it is one of the meanings. So I think this is, you're being influenced by other people. I'm talking about your thoughts, because we were talking about law of manifestation. Thinking, what you think about, you bring about. It's such a trite thing, and you hear it every day now, but it's so true. What you think about, you bring about. So if you are thinking, I don't know how in the world I'm ever going to get to Africa. It just seems impossible. And all these people around me, and I think this is people around you, are speaking negatively about the potential for you to do that. They're probably saying things that, well, we're a small congregation, or we're a small this or that, and we'll never have the money for that, or there's no way we could ever pay for you to go over there and do this mission trip, or there's no way that you could leave your job, or this or that. And I think you have some naysayers around you that are influencing your ability to think positive about this, for one thing. Okay, Shamir, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate you. Oh, that's a good one. I want to, yes. And Jay-Z, I understand. I do understand that. Fear of rejection can cripple you. I got to share that. I got to stop and share this with a comment Jay-Z made. I was given a message today. Life's only limitations are the ones you place on yourself. Amen. Preach it, brother. I love that. That's right. You have to be ever changing. Everybody and everybody is different. I love that. And it takes time to learn, even if it might, excuse me, even if it might work, let alone to figure out those differences in every person. That's so true. You are so wise to be so young. So anyway, the simple message here is you don't have clarity. You're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking clearly. I've got 3 cards that could say the same thing, essentially. And there's people around you. This can also be people gossiping and I just don't like that energy. I'm feeling the energy of that card and I don't like it. There's a group of people around you that are like I said, influencing you, George. I'm just saying, I don't like their energy. Oh, thank you, Flashing. Even in my baggy shirt, I try to. I'm at the gym 3 days a week. I try. And the Wheel of Fortune, that's exactly what this is, good fortune or it's bad fortune. And right now it's in the reverse. It's saying whatever this is going on with these other people, or hopefully this is not you, it's influencing your good fortune, your ability to manifest what you want. So, Bright Civic, I'm reading for Jord. He asked a question about going to Africa. He wants to do a mission trip there. And I don't think he sees how that's possible. Yeah, it's a lot like clarity. You think that's divine timing. It's not just, things aren't balanced. But Spirit is saying you need to think outside the box. This is somebody who's can be a bit of a rebel, thinking outside the box, thinking differently, not taking the traditional route. And continue to be strong. Reach down in there. Be confident. And don't do this. Don't worry and stress. That's energetically, that's counterproductive to manifesting. Instead, have the faith. Have faith. I know this is coming to me. I can't see how it's coming. I don't need to know how it's coming. I know that it's on its way to manifesting in my life. I believe that it's going to happen for me. Picture yourself. Visualization is a really big, valuable tool. Picture yourself there, already doing the work that you want to do. Jordan, are you still here? That's right, Jay-Z. You got it. Here we go. Okay. Excuse me. That's exactly what the energy I'm picking up. George is saying, my own feelings might be a problem for me. I think I've been formed into a mindset by some of my family members who can't admit their own faults. Well, yes. That's what that card is. This feels very much like just what you said. People have You've just been raised in an environment. And again, if you didn't hear me talk about that earlier, rewind please. That's very important to you understanding what I'm not going to repeat it here. But it's about programming that we get growing up. And if you believe, because when you're growing up and you're a child, you don't know any other reality other than the environment you grow up in until you're an adult. Well, then by then, those programs are running in your subconscious, and you take on those beliefs too. Unless you consciously get hold of your mind and your brain and your thinking, and you start flooding it with good positive thoughts, taking the place of those other thoughts. Well, you don't need to stop your mind from looking from those things, Asif. That's not the problem. That's normal. That's a normal aspect of being human. The problem is that you're thinking about it negatively instead of thinking about it positively, like girls find me attractive. I'm a good conversationalist. The universe is bringing me the perfect person at the perfect time. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I know just what to say. The universe is always inspiring me, always guiding me. I'm filled with I'm filled with light and love, and people see that and they notice that and they want to talk to me. And girls find me intriguing and they find me interesting. You know, that kind of positive talk, not what you've been saying here about yourself. Ice cream, oh, I can't have ice cream anymore. It doesn't like me, but I may have to go get some dessert. I may have some chocolate dessert with my red wine tonight. Oh. Oh, goodness. Sorry, guys. So, George, do you follow what I'm saying here? Don't want to leave you hanging. Do you follow what I'm trying to say to you? Yes, I think the issue is that you're being influenced by this negative thinking that as you said, you were raised by these people. They didn't know. They taught you what they thought was right. There's no need for blame. There's no need for that. It doesn't serve any purpose. But just start right here, right now, this red hot minute, thinking positively, imagining and envisioning what that trip will be like. And all the good that you will do there. And you don't have to know how it's going to happen. Leave that to God, to Spirit, to the universe. That's not your job. Your job is to get positive about it. Your job is to get happy and only tell the story in the way that you want it to be, not the story of how it's not happening now. That's how you make that magic happen. Awesome. Yes, George, I love that. George says, I follow 100%. I'm taking control, and recently it started to show yes. So this is just the universe confirming what you probably already knew, right? You already knew that was the situation. You already knew this, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So sometimes it's hard to tune, well, it's hardest to tune out your own mind, and I know it's hard to tune out family members, but really, there is a polarization happening on the planet. Thank you, Siri. Just saw the Siri thing go off on my device. There is a polarization that's happening. And the people who are not awakened and who don't want to think positively and don't want to spread positivity, they're going to be stuck over there in their 3D unhappiness. That's okay. There's nothing you can do to help them. That's the decision they have to make. But that doesn't mean you have to go there. That you have a choice about which polarity you're going to go to, how you want to live life. It's a conscious choice, and it starts right here in between your own ears. Oh, that's beautiful. I felt the power come back to me in stages. Yes, so you know what I'm talking about. Yes. So this is just, say, I get that some people have thick death. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. True that. Oh, I haven't heard that saying, but I like that. God seeking. Excuse me. Felt like I was going to start a coughing jag. Well, Asaph, you're not going to meet any girls in a dark room sitting alone. You have to get out of the room. It's not going to happen. You know, you can't expect God to bang the door down and throw a girl in your room. I'm sorry. You got to get out and meet people. Amen, George. There you go. Yes, it's less about what others think. It's always what we're doing that matters. Amen. Yes, that's it. You got it. So I think there's every reason to believe that you can do this. That's the obstacle, the only obstacle between you and getting to Africa and doing your mission trip, in my opinion, is blocking out, having good boundaries about what you will let into your space, your mind, and so forth, and blocking out the negative. It seems like a very clear message to me for you. No, Brat Civic, that's opposite. When you feel good, good things come to you. That's why Abraham Hicks preaches about getting happy. Just get happy about anything. First, get happy about something, anything, not the thing that you're trying to manifest. You need to get happy generally about something. Get happy. That raises your vibration. And then once your vibration is higher, then you can start saying things that have to do with the specific thing you want to manifest. Not playing Texas Hold'em. No, not tonight. I love that, GC. Thank you. GC saying, I have witnessed the power of affirmations, and amen, as have I. I love that, JC. I'm repeating these in case you guys didn't know, because some people who will see this in the replay, they won't bother to open up the chat and follow along. So that's why I like to repeat it into the video. JZ saying, it may sound weird, but try to smile when you feel these emotions and tell yourself it's okay. It can truly help start changing your mindset. Absolutely. And start Asaph by... Yes, thank you, Jordan. I love that y'all are supporting him. I guess it's a him. I think it's a him. Another thing, and I did this when I was going through my dark night of the soul, one of mine, but the main one that comes to mind. And it was clear everything was going away in my world. And I felt just as desperate and depressed and alone as Asaph is feeling. But I thought, what can I do? I didn't focus on the things that I couldn't do. I didn't focus on the things that I can't have or didn't perceive that I could have. And so every morning, and I still do this to this day, I would wake up. What can I find in my life? Sometimes it's hard. You have to look a little harder when you're depressed. What can I find to be thankful about today? First of all, you woke up. And I joke about that all the time, but it's not a joke. A lot of people didn't wake up today. Ace, if you woke up today, you need to give thanks for that. Because having gratitude for things is a higher vibration than where you are right now. So that's one thing you can do to raise your vibration. I woke up today. I have food to eat. I have beer to drink when I want beer. You said you drink beer, right? I have clothes to wear. I have a roof over my head to keep the rain off, right? You have things to be grateful for. Maybe, I don't know where you live or your situation, but you have clean water to drink. You have clean air to breathe. Maybe you have a car that gets you to work and back. A lot of people in this world do not have those things. Do not take those things for granted. So if you can't focus on anything but what you're grateful for, make that a mantra. Repeat that list. Make a list. Write it down. Repeat it over and over and over and over again. And that will start to raise your vibration. You'll start to feel better really quickly. I mean, that's one of the big things you can do in my humble opinion, but I've experienced that firsthand. So it's very powerful. Yep, keeping busy is a good one too. Thank you, Shamir. Yes, gratitude is very powerful. Everything is a vibration. We live in an energetic universe. Everything has a vibrational frequency or signature or bandwidth, if you will. And as I always say, if you're down here vibrating at, I can't have this and I don't have this and I'm depressed, that's at like a 300. And what you want is you want a devoted girlfriend. That's up here at 1300. Well, these things are never going to come together. This person is not going to come down here to you, Asif. You have to come up here. You have to get your vibrational frequency up to what you want up here. And that's how these things happen. That's how the universe can bring you what you want. Jay-Z, I love, you are my only moderator that puts that in and that answers that question, and I love that you do that. Thank you so much for doing that. Uh-oh, did I miss a comment? You talking to me? Shamir, did I miss something? Are you talking to Jay-Z? I never know. You love my glasses? I love my glasses too. I just need new lenses. They don't work for me anymore. I know I've been saying that for 2 months, but I've been on here instead of going. Canadian Cowboy asking, am I scared to walk around my neighborhood? Why would I? No, absolutely not. But even if I was, I got a couple black belts and know how to handle myself, so I think I'd be all right. I am in Birmingham, Alabama. And a great day to you, Jessica. Yes, it is. And, well, that's why it's so special, because you took the time, Jay-Z. You took the time to do that and get it right. I am just blown away. It's just so sweet, so thoughtful. And you just don't know. I'm telling you, you guys don't know how much I appreciate you. Oh, Barun from Myanmar, welcome. It has been active today. Usually Friday nights are pretty busy, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Do you see it's Friday night? Yeah. Okay, guys, well, I think I'm up to date. That seems to be all the readings that people want, unless y'all have a general question about metaphysics or anything esoteric that I can help with. If I can, I will. Otherwise, I think there's a glass of red wine calling my name tonight. So, Jay-Z, you're working. I know you can't, I mean, you could join me in a live. You can't join me with a glass of wine, but... Oh, good God, no. I'm not a hater of anything. Yes, I'm very white, but I'm not a hater of anything. Jessica, I will be coming back here probably tomorrow, late afternoon or evening. If you want to come back, I'll be doing mini reads tomorrow, but I'm about to wind this one up, I think. Oh, Kitty Lover, I just saw. I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? Awesome. Lovely to see you virtually. Oh, I'm so glad you did. I meant it. I meant it from the bottom of my heart. I really did. All right. Well, I think I'm done for tonight. Guys, thank you so much for everybody being here. I'm wishing everybody many, many, many blessings. Lots of good stuff coming towards you. Hopefully I'll be back not too late tomorrow. I don't want it to be another late night. Wednesday night was, what was it, 11:30 before we got out of here, Jay-Z? Oh, man. Oh, wait. Okay, you said, I didn't see that question. Wait a minute. Hang on. There's some interesting last-minute comments. Why do y'all save those to the end? Why do you do that? Wait. Okay, Shamir's saying, sleep therapy sessions for members. You have the voice and the intellect. Aw. Well, that, you mean like, I don't know about sleep therapy, but guided meditations, we could do that. But yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Sleep therapy, I have to make a note of that, Shamir. Okay. I'm sorry, and Jay-Z saying, GC asks, when is the best time to meditate? Technically, I have two answers for you. He is fast, isn't he? I'm telling you. And he's working. Kind of, sort of. Every person's body has a natural rhythm and a natural time that would be best for them. That being said, because I can't tell you what that is for you, I'd have to probably tune in and do a little, zooming in on your energy to do that for you. However, I think if you can do it, it's best to start your day with it, even if it's 10 minutes. Because I have had so many students over the years that I will say, ideally, it would be great if you do a few minutes in the morning and then a few minutes before you end your day. But if you can only do one, I recommend the morning one because it sets the mood, it sets the day. You will find you will be in a different mind space. Now, this may take a little while of you doing it consistently. But what I've noticed, the students come back to, what I have been told, the students will come back to me and they'll remember that I said that and they'll make a comment about, I've been meditating like you said every morning and then yesterday or today I didn't get to do that and my whole day was weird. It was strange. It just wasn't the same and I found myself not feeling the same about, So mornings before you start your day are best. If you just want to keep it simple, just sit up in your bed when you first wake up in the morning, prop your pillow up. If you have to go to the bathroom first, sure, come back and sit. Prop yourself up in bed and just put your hands together and breathe. Now, there is a specific breathing technique. I don't have time to get into that tonight, and that's going to be for members anyway. That's members content. I am going to make a video. I have an old one. I had made 10 years ago, and I need to do a new one. So my plan is I'm going to do a new one, and then we'll probably do a few like guided meditations for people who want to start there. So I have some ideas about that, and I welcome your comments about all that too. But that's what I recommend. He is, isn't he, Shamir? He's awesome, and Adia's awesome, and then once in a while Queen of Swords comes on. She was here the other night, but she doesn't come very often, so yes. Everybody can benefit from meditation. I just want to say, yes. Look at all my wonderful mods. I love that. I wish YouTube would let me gift all of my moderators a membership. I want to do that. That has been put into the YouTube suggestion box by multiple creators because I would love to do that. So I could do something just for my moderators. I'd love to do that. I mean, nobody said that, but I just was thinking, I've got such great moderators here tonight. I personally would love to do something for just my moderators. YouTube has not approved that, but they are aware that we want that for our moderators. So I'm just saying, hopefully one day that will happen. But until then, the best thing I can offer you guys, if I can do something for you, reach out, or if you're in the membership, you'll get the content anyway. But Shamir, you're such a good supporter. I appreciate you. He is. He's awesome. He's just, while he's working, too, might add. We won't tell your boss, though. Yes. George says, I want to sit quietly and be still. If you meditate, yes, that will help. It helps everything, I promise you. It helps your physical body. It helps your, it changes your physiology. Let me say that. Uh-oh, rain has snuck in right here at the last minute. Oh, Rain, you are so, oh my God, look at you. Aw. Hang on, look at you. You're the best. Have you been listening, or did you just get here? I see what you're doing there, Rain. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how can I do that. I'm trying to think how I can do it. It's a software mechanical thing on my end. I absolutely would all day long do it. That should have been set up in the beginning. To me, that's a YouTube mistake. They should have done that. So you've been listening, okay? Because I'm about to hop off here. I will answer that question though, LG. That's a great question. I just posted a video, by the way, in my members only, in my Soul Tribe family video, members only content. LG is asking, what is an intuitive and how does your gift work? So I won't repeat the whole 12 or 15 minute video where I talked about that. However, an intuitive is, now let me back up. Everybody on the planet has intuition. That's part of the human gift of being human. Everybody has intuition. And most people have experienced in the form of the phone rings and you kind of know who it is before you pick it up. Or if your child's at school, maybe they fell off the swing and broke their arm, and before that school calls, you just need to go. You feel something. Your child comes into your mind, and you almost want to call the school and say, "Is everything okay?" And a lot of mothers, especially, have experienced that. Oh, Rain! I wonder why it didn't process. That's so strange. I don't know why either. I have no idea. I hadn't heard anybody having trouble doing that. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix that, though. Sadly, I think you'd have to go through YouTube help to fix that, unless there's something I don't know about. But back to LG's question. It's that small, quiet voice that's within you that tells you to turn right when you might have turned left, or go to the grocery store early today instead of waiting till 2 o'clock because maybe the weather gets bad, or maybe you don't always get to know why it tells you what it tells you. But intuition means you know things, or you have a awareness or knowledge that most people don't have about things. It's a knowing beyond what you can see and experience with your physical body. You talk about the sixth sense. And I have a genetic line to that. It is thought that it's an inherited gene. But anybody can develop their intuition. And the veil is getting thinner in our world now between the non-physical and the physical world. So more and more people are going to be, you know, there'll be a million YouTube channels that'll be talking about intuition and different things and tarot readings and all that soon. But I get messages in a certain way, and there's certain intuitives or psychics, if you like that word better, get information in different ways. I'm clairvoyant, so I just get knowing. I know things. Sometimes I'm clairsentient in that I feel things. Claircognizant, I know things, I hear things, they give me messages, and I see things, they give me images in my mind of things. So all the different clairs, I have a few of them. I don't have all of them, but I have a few of them. And so intuitives, or psychics if you prefer that word again, get information in different ways. And they're just picking up on information that's out there for everyone. It's just they have a little bit more ability to connect to it, to feel it. So that's the quick explanation. I love that, Shamir. Yes, Shamir is promoting, thank you, Shamir, my membership. That is I think it's $8.99 a month. That's where you start getting the really good stuff. You'll get members only live chats. I was gonna offer that to you guys tonight if you want, after I get off here. Or that's a behind the scenes. You get behind the scenes, or behind the curtain as I call it. You get members only live chats, members only lives, and members only content like videos. That's all in that membership, plus all the things that the lesser membership, the one for I think $2.99. And I apologize, I'm bumping the table. But I'm grateful for whichever one you choose. Okay, LG's got another good question. Were dreams about family members being sick, and then when I check, they are indeed sick? Yes, it is. Also, I dream about a place I've never been, and then I go there. Like, yes, absolutely. That's just another. That's how you get information, through your dreams. So absolutely, we just get it in different ways. Okay, awesome, Jay-Z. Perfect. I think there's only going to be two of us, me and you, and maybe Shamir will join us. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, somebody could have signed up while I'm on the live here. I don't know. Well, my pleasure, LG. I love those kind of questions here. I'm just not here to do readings. I love it, educating people. I don't have all the answers by any stretch, but I love to share what I know with people, so I'm happy to do that with you. Yes, GC. However, it's I don't know. I'm thinking about the settings that I have to choose when I go live. It's going to ask me members only. I tell you what, I think I can do that for y'all too. Typically, your membership doesn't get that content, but because you're moderator, I'd love to do that. If I can, I will do that. I mean, I'm literally going to get off here in 5 minutes and go down and pour a glass of wine and put y'all on if I can do that. That's my plan. So it's just going to be in my kitchen. We're going to be in my kitchen here in a minute. Yes, you are a member, but you're the lower membership. And normally I don't, the memberships, the perks are set up where when I do that for members, it asks me, you know what, anyway, it's a behind the scenes thing. Anyway, okay, so we're convening. Whoever wants to join, I might have 30 minutes more voice left. Ancient, I'm sorry, honey. I'm getting off for the evening. We have been here a while, so I'm going to say goodnight to. Shamir says subscribers only are the only ones who can comment. Everyone can watch, though. Well, that is a setting if you go horizontal. Yes, on the computer. I looked at that tonight. I was trying to do that tonight. I actually had the live scheduled on my computer, and I had it set for subscribers only. And I know, I swear to goodness, I've done this before where I came on, I had that program, and I came on my phone, and then I went live on my phone in vertical format, but it wouldn't, I couldn't find it, so I don't know. I don't know anymore. One second here. Okay, you did it. I was going to do that too. Asif, I enjoy my own company because I'm not looking for anyone or anything outside of me to make me happy. I'm happy in my own company. And that's the issue. Anytime you're looking for another person or another thing to make you happy, it's just not, I said this to you earlier, I think. I enjoy my own company. It's quiet. You know, when you're an empath or a medium or whatever, all those things, it's like I'm sitting in, I feel like I'm sitting in a stadium with thousands of people around me all the time, and it's just constant. And I get on here, and there's that literally, even though there may only be 40 or 60 or 80, 90, whatever people in the chat, if it's in the live feed, it's scrolling, there's thousands of people. That energy is buzzing around me. And so I can't wait to be alone sometimes. It's just, but I'm sorry, please understand, I'm not making fun of you. We're all just different in how we're wired. Clearly, you want to be around people, but you're going to have to get out of your house, sweetie. I mean, they're not going to come knock on your door. I don't know who's giving me those hearts, but thank y'all. Yeah, it's hard. Well, I've answered that, Asif. And, well, my pleasure. And I'm going to recommend that you go back and replay, maybe start at the very beginning of this video, and especially the part, like I said, when I talk about law of manifestation. You have to get control of this, and you're not in control of it right now, and that is not in any way a criticism. It's an observation. You're not in control of this. You are letting this run your life, your thoughts, and everything that's happening about you. You have to be the boss of this, and you're not right now. And when you learn to do this and you learn to control this and start having more positive thoughts, it creates a snowball effect. And you will become happier, and then happier attracts more happiness. And you're a happy person, then people want to be around you. They seek you out. Believe me, I'm living this. My phone doesn't stop, and I love people, but I need to clone myself. I'd like to be able to do that sincerely so I can give to more people, but we never did get to pull this card. Doggone it, I wanted to do that. So it starts with you. So please go back and listen to that part that I had said earlier. Is that you, Shamir Spam? Sorry. I wish I had one on you. I could punch on you. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, you're such a sweetie. James, we're about to wrap it up. I'm going to pull one. I said I was going to do this earlier. I wanted to pull this back at you. I can't do that. My old finger won't do that so good anymore. For the eclipse, I've started 3 times to do this tonight. I wanted to pull a card. Nope, that's not true, Ace. If you've got it backwards, you've got it 100% backwards. You have to be lovable, and then girls will be attracted to you. It has nothing to do with what other people are doing. It only has to do with what you are thinking and feeling in your own mind and heart. You are the magnet, and what you're attracting is what you believe. And you're not believing what you are wanting. I'm going to look at this card. 8. All right. So I was asking you, my mind, what a message for us, the collective, about the eclipse. And this is the card that I've pulled here. It's called Legacy and Persistence. Now, I don't know this deck. Let me look it up. So this will be for somebody. Oh, but I do not think I want that in Italian. Let's try for English, please. Habla inglés, por favor. I love that, James. Yes. Oh, that is such a cool thing. The way out, yeah. The way out is through, and the way through is in. That's right. It all happens in here. Okay. This card, and I know you can't read it, Legacy and Persistence. So this is for somebody out there. The Wisdom of the Herald, and I don't know if you can see. It's so dark on this one. Can you see this? There's a person here. The person on the card is the Herald. And then there's the Herald has a message, and then the Dragon has a message. So let's read this. Wisdom of the Herald. You came, you saw, you conquered. You persisted. Persistence means you keep going no matter how many times you fall. Amen. No matter what crumbles down around you, press on. When the dust settles, you will still be standing. Keep going. Love that. And the wisdom of the dragon. What is your purpose in life? What is your legacy? What are you here to do? Persistence is the key as you take action to secure your destiny in life. And ultimately, what will you leave for others? What will you pass on? Define your destiny. Your great legacy is calling. Oh, I love that. Well, okay. So I think this eclipse energy for us, for many of us, is about that. And I love that this to me ties into what I was saying earlier about polarities, and that things on the planet, people on the planet, are being asked to make choices. Which camp are you going to be in? Very simple. You're going to be in the positive thinking camp, or you're going to be in the negative camping area. Yeah, that thing. Oh, goodness. There you go, GC. Love that. Y'all are so supportive. I love you people that come here. I love how you support people in the chat. Oh, James, I'm so glad you said that. There's a super quote today that I'm going to share on that, what you just said. 1 second here. Let me pull it out of my device. And I think this was Greg Braden that said this, I believe. Most people think they are thinking when all they are doing is rearranging their prejudices. Isn't that cool? And your prejudice, Asif, is your negative thinking. I love that quote. You like, and I thought you'd like that. You've had some good stuff to add tonight. Thank you. It doesn't matter, Asif. I live alone too, and most people tell me I'm a very happy. I mean, I get people on YouTube saying I'm beaming. Well, I am. I'm happy. I'm not going to let anyone in the world tell me that I can't be happy. It's a choice. Happiness is a personal choice. It is not something anything outside of you is determining for you. It is a choice. It is your choice. Okay. And speaking of that, Juicy, I'm getting off. Okay, guys. Love you guys. For those members who want to join me, I'll be pouring a glass of wine down in my kitchen here in a minute. Give me just 5 minutes to get the camera and get down there. Yes, and we're all encouraging Asaph to hang in there. That message about persistence might have been for you too. All right. I don't know who's going to join me, but we'll see in a minute. Okay, guys. Love y'all. Good night. Many blessings. See ya.